Hey, I'm Blake, an AI engineer based down in Christchurch, and I've amassed over 1.4 million views on free AI educational content on social media. I've also had the opportunity to work with 25 unique businesses on their AI transformation and adoption. While doing this, I noticed a huge gap for our younger generation, so I created Young Kiwis in AI, a community and platform to help get younger people into AI related tech roles. All while doing this, I've only been a year and a half out of my uni degree. My goal is simple: to help people and businesses work smarter, not harder with AI. My lightbulb moment was halfway through my university degree. I was studying mechatronic engineering, and around 2022 is when ChatGPT released. I chucked all of my exams and assignments through and realized really quickly that it could answer everything I was meant to be learning. And so this made me think, am I actually going to get a role when I'm finished this degree? So I switched my focus purely on AI. I wanted to learn all about it and how I could actually help businesses utilize it. The thing I noticed early on in my work is that businesses are bombarded with all these flashy AI tools and demonstrations that don't actually work in the real world. On the other side, there's a huge amount of AI developers that are deeply technical, but they actually can't communicate and solve real business problems. And that's exactly where I found my niche. Having enough knowledge to actually build out AI systems, but having the communication skills to relate those to real business problems and not just solving it for the sake of it. So, how do I actually do that? I don't start with a technology, I start with a team. We sit down, we work together, we figure out where are those manual repetitive tasks that humans don't actually provide the real value. That's where we focus AI and automation on. That's looked like building out automations for invoicing and job reporting for a construction company, helping train teams internally on how they can use AI licenses to actually improve their work, and more recently, even setting up Claude operating systems for smaller businesses to actually use it as a 24/7 assistant that is built on your real files and information. And I bring the same approach to community. On my YouTube channel, I post free educational content step by step of how to do things. For example, how to set Claude up with your Xero account. The thing that makes me most passionate about this space is driving real value for businesses. So here's a really good example. A fencing supplier up in Auckland was drowning in admin, from responding to emails, drafting and sending out invoices, managing his calendar, and even doing market research. He wasn't able to spend time actually growing the business. Through using Claude and setting it up with all his different connections, we've managed to automate around 80 to 90% of that work, and now he can just have that human review layer on top and then spend that time either growing the business or spending more time with his wife and family. And it's not just small businesses. As a fractional AI engineer at Patterson's, which is a land surveying and engineering firm that has around 140 staff around the South Island, I've been developing what's called the Patterson's Portal. Inside of this portal, we have around 8 different applications from resourcing, scheduling, data extraction, placing a lot of these manual repetitive tasks our engineers and surveyors were doing. Outside of businesses, AI can have a huge impact on the community. One of the really cool builds I've done is DigiCore. This is a podcasting platform for young Māori and Pacifica students to go through. They can learn about podcasting, have interviews, use AI to help extract that information out and provide it as a question and answer format. And that actually allows them to get NCA credits as well. So it's not just these bigger businesses. The other side of the impact is on the younger generation. I get lots of people reach out and say, because of the content I've seen, they want to get into the AI space. They've started posting social media content, and they're really striving forward in their careers, which is really awesome to hear. Through Young Kiwis in AI, we've actually also placed around 5 students into graduate or internship roles in the past 5 months. Everything I build runs on 2 distinct rules. 1, keep it explainable, and 2, keep humans in the loop. AI is not a deterministic system. It will not give you the same result every time you ask the same question. And because of this, it's probabilistic. And so we need to make sure that when we're utilizing these technologies, we are using it to draft results. And we still have to have that human review and responsibility over top. And I instill this with all the companies that I work with. Data always stays within the trusted infrastructure of the business that they're already using. I also put a big emphasis on the right tool for the job. A lot of the time I get clients come to me and say they need AI to solve this problem, but often it's just automation or scripts will do the job. I've accomplished a lot in a short time, but honestly, I'm just getting started, and I'd love to be New Zealand's AI Rising Star for 2026.